It's about time with Rashawn. It's about time boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. What's up to my about time boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang? Thank you to every single one of y'all who has been supporting the channel, taking out the time to watch the videos, like the videos, share the videos, and leave the comments. If you have not already subscribed to the channel and you're watching this video or any of my videos for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Encourage others to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that notification button to stay up on the latest with Rashawn's About Time Boxing. Shout out to the whole Wayne Ave, Uptown, Philly. Appreciate y'all. And to all my listening audience, man, I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. I mean that. For the channels that I rock with and support will be in the description box below, so don't forget to check the description box, and please subscribe to and support all those channels as well. All right, so everybody been asking me, you know, was I going to do something about this Adrien Broner, Omar Figueroa situation with Adrien Broner pulling out the fight. And I started not to. I honestly started not to. You know what I mean? Shout out to my Uncle Shabazz, you know what I mean? And, you know, because me and him talked about it. He said, Neff, when you want to put something up, man, about that? And I wasn't going to, but so, all right, so Adrien Broner and Omar Figueroa was supposed to fight in 2018. Now, I don't know what the situation was, why they didn't fight. I know Omar Figueroa was having some health issues and things like that, because he was saying if he could stay healthy and things of that nature, you know, he said the sky's the limit, goes forth and so on. Okay, so and he did an interview with he was at a fight during the interview with somebody, and he was saying that he was dealing with a lot of mental health things, you know, for the past few years out of his life, you know what I mean, and he had to get himself right and this, that, and the third and all that. So he was dealing with mental health issues. He, by his own admission, nobody said a peep. Nobody said a word about it. Ryan Garcia used the whole mental health thing to milk, his followers and, you know, the boxing world, for sympathy. And he got it. And I even did a video about it a few years ago and told him stop using the mental health thing, because mental health issues is real. Okay? People can sit up in there. Everybody seemed to be crashing down on Adrien Broner and talking about, he pulled out the fight, you know, he this, he that. Even Omar Figueroa, you know, said some real, you know, like mean and nasty things about Adrien Broner. Now, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but you have people out here that's really dealing with mental health issues, and that stuff is nothing to take light. Look at guys like Chris Benoit, who was a professional wrestler, killed his entire family. Okay, killed his kids and his wife and himself because he had mental health issues. CTE is mental health. Okay, because that stuff can cause people with post-traumatic stress disorder. Look at Aaron Hernandez, wide receiver for the New England Patriots. This dude was killing people, then going back on the field playing ball like it was nothing. Now remember, they did a whole movie. Will Smith played in a movie called Concussion, when they discovered what CTE was. So there was a lot of people who had CTE before it was discovered that that's what CTE was. They was just saying people was having, you know, concussions, brain damage, this, that, and the third. People who were in the military, and saw a lot of things fighting in wars and all that. So, you know, look, everybody talking about, he gonna pull out the week of the fight. Jake Paul canceled his pay-per-view fight the week before they fight. No mental health issues or nothing. He was just scared. Nobody crashed down on him. In fact, everybody went at Hakeem Rahman Jr. behind that. And for Adrien Broner, now, even a few years ago, I did a video. Y'all keep forgetting, Adrien Broner was even contemplating suicide, killing himself at one point. And this was a guy who was making videos publicly talking about, man, after fight game, I'm gonna start selling bricks. After fight game, I'm robbing all the drug dealers, and I'm doing this, and or I'm gonna be a full-time drug dealer and all that. All this type of stuff. Now, a lot of people was talking about, man, AB tripping. Now, for years, people been saying, Adrien Broner, man, that boy needs some help. He got mental health issues. But now he finally comes out and admits, okay, look, I got mental health issues. Now, we don't know what played a role in him coming out with that. Could have been some people behind the scenes who was probably telling him, like, yo, bruh, like, you off, like something is really wrong with you. And it may be somebody that he really trusts and confided in or really listens to. But now, if you ask me, the start of the mental, now, first of all, anybody that's involved in contact sports, football, UFC, ultimate fighting, MMA, boxing, anything that's causing you to get hit in your head can cause mental health issues. And we know that football players, professional wrestlers, boxers, MMA fighters, all of these people, man, get concussions doing what they do. So it's a barbaric, like Mike Tyson said, boxing is a hurt sport. And it is. So for the people who saying that Adrien Broner is faking, all the people that's saying he's faking now are all of the same people who were saying years ago that, man, this dude got mental health issues. He don't even need to be boxing. He need to just go ahead, man, and get his head right. Now, he pull out of a fight because he himself is saying out of his own mouth, yeah, listen, I got, like, mental health is real. I got mental health issues. People crashed down on Danny Garcia after he fought Jose Benavidez Jr. They talked about people, crashed down on him, other fighters. When most of these fighters probably may have mental health issues but not even be aware of it. You talking about getting hit in the head. Even if you put your glove to block the shot and the punch hits your glove, it still shakes your brain. If you take your own hand and just bite down and just hit yourself in the jaw and watch this, watch how stuff shake. That's your brain rattling. So imagine getting, when it only takes 5 pounds of pressure to knock somebody out. So just imagine getting hit repeatedly. And we're not just talking about the fight now, because fighters got to spar too now. So they taking punches and sparring. Yeah, they got headgear on. But put some headgear on and let somebody punch you in the head. People get knocked out with headgear on. So it doesn't lighten the blow. You still taking the impact of the punch. So we don't know how people is being affected by this. So for people to just, come out and just start, even for Omar Figueroa, who out of his own mouth said that he was dealing with mental health issues. But it was okay when you was dealing with it and you had to take some years of your life to get yourself right. Me personally, I feel like Adrien Broner should just walk away from the sport altogether because he's so mentally messed up. And in my opinion, a lot of that stuff started, in my opinion, 2 things. His loss to Maidana and his friendship with Floyd. When Floyd cut him off, and when Floyd cut Broner off and wasn't calling him his little brother no more, and they wasn't friends and all that stuff, that affected Broner. And in my opinion, he's still messed up about that. Because even guys like Leonard Ellerby and them was saying that even when Broner, had first signed, with Al Heyman and all that stuff, all he was asking him about was Floyd. He wanted to meet Floyd. Like, when I'm gonna meet Floyd? And they tell him, like, yo, chill, you gonna meet him. Then when he met Floyd, like, he just, and then when people started comparing him to Floyd and calling him the next Mayweather and all that, and in my opinion, they shouldn't have been calling him that, because he hadn't really been tested yet. And then, and to me, he should have never even went up in weight. He started going up too fast. He should have never even went up to 147. And I told everybody when he fought Paul Malignaggi, I said, if he can't stop Paulie or knock him out, that's going to let you know that he don't belong up there. Because Paulie only got 7 knockouts still to this day. So when he couldn't knock out Paulie, that lets you know right there that his power didn't move up with him when he came up to 47. His power didn't go up with him. And those guys were too big. And when he fought Maidana, he got exposed. And when he lost that fight, he never went after the rematch. I don't care what he said out his mouth. He never went after that rematch. He didn't want it. Floyd fought Maidana twice. And Maidana hurt Floyd in the second fight. And Floyd admitted it. And if y'all don't believe me, watch the Mayweather-Maidana 2 epilogue when Floyd at his house watching a replay of the fight. And Maidana caught him when Floyd tried to throw that punch. And Maidana caught him with that short 1-2. And Floyd stumbled back. Read Floyd's lip. He said, he hurt me with that shot. But Broner never recovered from that. Lost to Maidana because he started believing his own hype. But he wasn't willing to put in the work. And even when him and Floyd Mayweather and Floyd's daughter was on Lil Wayne's tour bus, and Floyd was telling Adrien Broner, he said, look, man, if you want to get to the level I'm at, you want to be about billions, you can't be a rapper, a porn star, and a fighter. You got to dedicate yourself to this fight game if you want to get to those levels. Broner was out there doing too much. He out there rapping, making videos, and, you know, throwing money away. You know, you seen this guy driving in cars, putting $100 bills out the window, and these certain places tearing money up in Walmart, throwing money up like I'm AB, I don't need no change, and all that crazy stuff. But then when him and Floyd clashed and then Floyd cut him off, that really messed him up because he was trying to mimic Floyd's entire career. He was. And I don't see how nobody else in the fight game could see that. But I'm pretty sure people like Leonard Ellerbe, Sam Watson, Al Heyman, everybody that's close to it, I know they all saw Adrien Broner was trying to mimic Floyd's entire career without putting in the work. And they all tried to give him game. They all tried to. They all tried to tell him like, yo, man, listen. But Broner didn't want to listen. He really thought that he was that. And I'm not saying that he's not skilled. And that because Broner can actually box. If he would stop trying to be like Floyd and mimic Floyd and just fight like he fight, Broner really can fight. He can box for real. But all that slapping with the punches, Pop trying to mimic Floyd and all that stuff, Floyd didn't start doing that stuff until the second half of his career because he was getting older. So he had to still figure out how to be effective at an elite level without taking that much punishment and still getting the win. Broner was just doing it because he saw Floyd doing it. But when Floyd was pretty boy the first half of his career, Floyd was putting them punches together, man. He was putting them together, boxing, doing all that. Look at when he fought Diego Corrales, Arturo Gatti, Justin Juco, Gennaro Hernandez. Early in his career, he's fighting these guys. He was boxing and had power. Angel Manfredi, Shanbei Mitchell, Philip Ndu. All these people, man, you look at how this guy was fighting, man. Floyd was a different type of dude. Like it was because he was later in his career, he was getting older. Same thing with Kobe Bryant. All the stuff Kobe was doing early in his career, but then on the second half of his career, he was getting older. He had to figure out how to finesse the game so he could still compete on an elite level, you know what I mean? And still get them same numbers up without having to be, you know, super aggressive or overly aggressive, should I say. But Broner didn't figure that part of the fight game out yet. Because he went on to fought Porter, he fought Pacquiao, he fought Mikey Garcia, and lost all those fights. All of the big ones, he lost. He stopped Ashley Theophane, but I mean, come on. So now he's coming out admitting that he has mental health issues. He been had these mental health issues, and everybody else saw it except him. And maybe in the back of his mind, he always knew. And a lot of people, and I heard even his trainer, Michael Stafford, even, said something to him about, not being ready or making weight or not being in shape or something like that for this fight. I know he was working with GT, with Gerald Tucker. Shout out to Gerald Tucker, who be working with Clarissa Shields. Floyd Mayweather put that work in, that, that pad work. But nobody said nothing when Ryan Garcia said he had mental health issues. And when Omar Figueroa himself said he had nobody said nothing. Nobody said nothing. It was okay. But now Broner is finally admitting that he has mental health issues, and y'all looking at it like it's some type of plot to get out of the fight. This is a man who was contemplating suicide, killing himself at one point. And again, like, all this stuff is bad. And I'm telling you, like, listen, if his relationship with Floyd was tight, because he was hurt even when Tank, when Floyd started endorsing Tank on the Jets with him and all that, and he talking about he gonna be the next big pay-per-view star, because Broner looking at it like, yo, that's supposed to be me. I brought Tank around. That's supposed to be me. And he felt like Tank stabbed him in his back and all this other stuff. And him and Tank was hanging together for a while until Tank started growing up a little bit, maturing a little bit. Broner still got a lot of growing up and maturing to do. And maybe him acknowledging that he got mental health issues now, maybe that's the start of that. I don't know. But it's not my place to say that he's not suffering from mental health issues when I said a long time ago, this guy clearly got mental health issues. And I think that his career would have been a little different had him and Floyd still maintained that real close brother, little big brother, little brother relationship. That's why that's why when you notice every time he talk about something and he comparing how they market him and how they market Floyd, man, if this was Floyd, man, y'all would have never did that to Floyd. Floyd was a different type of fighter on a different level. You're not even on that level. But you see how he thinks in his mind? In his mind, he feel like that he's on that same level with Floyd. Y'all wouldn't offer Floyd this. Y'all wouldn't do Floyd like this. Every time he's comparing stuff to Floyd. That's how you know he messed up about that. About him and Floyd not being close no more. Not having that relationship with Floyd. That's why even a few months ago, he put up a post or something like that, saying something to Floyd and was like, man, honestly, big bro, I feel like I need you more than anybody. Adrien Broner has been calling out for help for years. The problem is, most of y'all was being entertained by it and laughing at it. That's why y'all wasn't looking at it like it was mental health, because y'all was being entertained and laughing at all the stuff that he was doing. And yeah, to a degree, Broner brought a lot of this stuff on himself. But nonetheless, he's in a barbaric sport. He gets hit in the head. And nobody is exempt from, experiencing mental health issues from taking trauma to the head. That's trauma. You getting hit in the head. These people risk their life so we can have something to talk about on our YouTube channels. So if he needs that time, then so what he pulled out of the fight? Rather him pull out of the fight than risk getting himself damaged, even worse. Because somebody talked him into still going through with the fight knowing he wasn't ready. You know what I mean? And then if people hear he killed himself after the fight or something like that, then what? Damn, man, he should have just pulled out the fight then. He should have... Mental health is real. And there's people out here that's really dealing with that. And shout out to all of the people that's dealing with real mental health issues. Y'all got my support, and I hope, that y'all, stay strong and get the help that y'all need and pull out on the other side of this thing, champions and winners. Y'all already champions and winners to me. So keep fighting. Don't give up. You know what I mean? So listen, man, this is all I got, you know, in this one. But y'all can drop the comments in the comment section below. I won't hear none of that ignorant, disrespectful stuff. I'll block you if you do, like straight up, because it ain't about that. Mental health stuff is real. It's nothing to laugh at, nothing to make fun of, and you can't pick and choose who y'all want to accept. You know what I mean? When they say they got mental health issues and this, that, and the third and all that. So it's not about that, man. You know what I'm saying? So look, keep the comments respectful. You know, I appreciate y'all rocking with me. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, share this video, and leave the comments.